everyone. This is Crystal with We Are Magic, and this is another podcast episode to my Spotify and all the other platforms that are listening to me right now. I am literally recording this in my bed. Yes, I'm laying in my bed. Well, I'm sitting with one of my favorite cuddle blankets. Because I think it's necessary. I was going to do it at my desk, but it was not meant to be. When spirit tells me something and I fight it, like my spirit told me I was going to do this in my bed today. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. Because see the star back here? I accidentally knocked it down yesterday from my closet because it's covering my closet door, and I just don't want y'all to see the closet door. I just don't think it looks good, but apparently Spirit is like, I said what I said. So everything kept going wrong until I came over here and got comfortable, and then I started writing down notes for our discussion today. And now I see why I'm in bed, because this is a heart-to-heart convo, two friends. Okay, I'm talking to you. Go get you, pause this. You can go run and get you some coffee, some tea, light a candle. You're going to hear background noise. I usually pause my videos when there's a lot of noise going on outside here in New York, but the planes are flying. I've heard sirens. My oldest son said, stop doing that. Let him hear it. It's a background noise. It's fine. He said, no one's judging you. We can hardly hear it anyway. So we're going to go ahead and go with it because I am about authenticity, even though I have a little bit of makeup on. I've been sick. And that's why I didn't get the podcast out on Monday. Sick. The stomach bug hit your girl. And let me tell you what I did to myself. This is why this discussion is so important. How you talk to yourself will dictate your life every freaking day and in the future. So we're going to talk about self-talk, self-communication, and how we speak to ourselves, how we address ourselves. So we have a very deep discussion. You might want to get your journals because, dealing with me, I'm all about shadow work and self-awareness and self-therapy and things like that. So you want to get some notebooks. I'm going to have to go ahead and order a bunch and some more journals. And thinking about I'm going to figure out if I can design my own shadow work journal. We'll call it the shadow journal. Oh, I need to trademark that shit. Anyway, it's probably already out there, but I'll hook it up. Okay. We'll make it a We Are Magic thing. All right. We'll make it a mystic thing. So I got the stomach bug, and I come to you raw. I tell you guys when I'm messing up and when I'm not showing up for myself. If I miss one day, one regimen, I have a huge vitamin regimen. So I take multivitamins, right? I got to do this because I'm malnutrient all the time. Everything I eat just goes right back out. So Crohn's, gross, hate it. Hate it. That's the one program I got to get rid of. Anyway, I'm working on it. So I got stomach virus because my immune system was just like, hey, we out here. And I missed a vitamin regimen, which consists of like two multivitamins. I take two, not one. I take 2 potassium and 2 magnesiums. Got to double it. I double everything. I take amino acids. I take D3. I take a plethora of things, so I can show up. I have to. And then when I miss one day, my body's like, phew, so it just wants to shut down. So when I got the stomach bug, guys, I thought it was a Crohn's flare. I was sick. Like, it felt like Crohn's. And this is crazy. So I got stressed out from it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm having a Crohn's flare. I'm going to have to go to the hospital. Self-talk. Oh my God, what have I done? And I told y'all stress exacerbates my condition. Stress makes you sick. It gives you high blood pressure, diabetes, you get weight gain, cancer, all the things. Stress is just not a good vibe. It's only there to alert you to something short term, and then you're supposed to go away. You're supposed to get rid of it. But with way society is built, and they did this on purpose. They keep us at high levels of stress all the time, like we're out here fighting off wilderness beasts or whatever, and we're just literally worrying about being late for work, so, or paying a bill. So, because of that, I did get a flare. So yeah, I'm in one right now. And then, I get eczema, I break out, I get real sick. I mean, I'm just ate up. It's not just my intestines that gets attacked. When I have a Crohn's flare, it attacks everything. And I've just been down. My boys, they helped me during the Christmas season. They did a lot of things for me. They hooked a sister up, and I am grateful for those boys. I love my children. My sons are the best, period. And thank goodness for them. And I thought about that. I thought my son kept going out getting Gatorade and, trying to help me out and stuff. And I thought to myself, I was like, oh my God, if I was by myself. Because I couldn't get up. Like, when I'm having a flare, I can't walk from my bedroom to the bathroom without my heart going. And I feel like I've ran a race, or I get dizzy. I've passed out more recently in the past 2 years than I have my entire life. Because my blood pressure drops. And no matter where I'm at, I'm going to pass out. So, I made myself sick. Make a long story short. I made myself sick. Stressed out. Talking, just saying, oh, it's a Crohn's flare. So it was a stomach bug. All I do is ride that shit out and I would have been fine. But no, it turned in, actually, yeah, it's basically been 2 weeks. I was sick all week before Christmas. It was horrible. How do you speak to yourself on a daily basis? Write that down. Think about it. So, if you got your tea, your coffee, you're vibed out, we're in bed, we're chilling. How do you speak to yourself on a daily basis throughout the day? This is where you're going to start being present, and you're going to start catching your thoughts and how you talk to yourself. You're going to set the intention, like, okay, starting right now, I'm going to really listen to how I speak to myself and how I show up. So do you criticize how you look? I'm guilty. I'm so guilty. I don't have the juicy bubble butt like most of these girls out here. I'm not getting a BBL either. So I'm going to have to go do some squats about it and some donkey kicks and, fire hydrants and the rainbow kit. I'm going to have to do all the things. What's it called? The bridge, glute bridge or whatever it's called, where you thrust yourself up in the air. I'm going to have to work on it. I was growing one, and then I did this crazy challenge, like, I don't know, it was like 5,000 squats in a month or something. And I lost it. I lost everything. I was like, what? How is this happening? But it was my technique and how I was doing it. So I was really burning fat instead of building muscle, so I was just leaning everything out. I got to work on it again. Oh, that's so whack. So yeah, I'm going to see myself in the mirror. I'm like, oh, I don't want to go outside. I don't want to, guys turn around and look at you when you're walking by. You know what I say to myself? I'm like, oh, you're doing that for nothing, bro. You're about to be very disappointed. That's negative self-talk, because of programming, because they've told us to hate our bodies. They've told us that. Men have. They've told us. Patriarchy. That's that shit. She got a flat ass. Ha ha ha. You're so flat. You're so bony. Da, da, da. And then they get a BBL. Oh, girl, you need to learn to. This is men. You need to learn that looks a mess. You shouldn't have done it. Let's just stop listening to people and just do what you want to do for you. Okay? Goodness. All right. So, criticizing your looks. Criticizing how your face is naturally. Criticizing your lazy eye to be damned on here. See what I'm saying? I'm being very transparent with you because this is the shit I do. Criticizing your weight. We're just never happy. Just always critiquing yourself. Mel Robbins, she does this thing where she used to do that to herself. Talk shit about herself and how she looked, the one boob bigger than the other. Just funny shit us women do. And then one day while she's sitting there just hating herself in the mirror, she looks in the mirror and she high fives herself. So she calls it the high five habit. So every morning you look at yourself in the mirror and you go, what's up, bitch? Or what's up, dog pound? And you do that and it does something to your brain. Because high five, when you high five somebody, it's a vibe. It raises the vibe. It's, good job. Good luck out there. It's great, good job. Great job. Oh, I see you. Just high five. Simple, right? Cool. I want to try her habit. I like to listen to my little self-love playlist that I have on YouTube. And I sing to myself in the mirror because I got a mirror literally right in front of me because I need to face myself all the time because I used to hate myself. So that mirror looking back at me, if I see myself looking busted down, I'm like, okay, Crystal, what's going on internally where you just want to show up to the world like this today? Like you just don't give a shit. And sometimes it's okay to be that way. Because I notice now with my age, when I wear makeup, I'm getting puberty again. Like I'm getting pimples and stuff. What is that? I'm 47. What is... Someone talk to me about that. I said, it's hormones. Yeah. All right. So how are you freaking criticizing yourself? Okay. Another one. Do you say negative things to yourself when you make a mistake? And you know what I mean. You drop something. You miss a project at work, or you didn't study for the right exam in college or high school. Breaking any mistake, anything. Put the wrong seasoning in your food. And you're like, what the fuck have I done? So do you say negative things about yourself when you make a mistake? I'll go first. I like to call myself, and I don't like to. No, this is shadow work, so this is me facing it. I like to call myself dumbass when I make a mistake. Anything. Drop something. Nothing broke, just dropped it. Oh, dumbass. Dumb bitch. Just fucking horrible stuff that I say to myself. And you're like, Crystal, why would you do that? My dad. Now, this is not scapegoating. This is where I went all the way back into the shadow work to figure out why was I doing this to myself, meaning my life. Like, why was I signing up to just suffer when it could have been a lot easier? And it's because when I was little, when I would drop something, Dad said I threw it on the floor, and he would scream at me and then beat me. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Anytime. Crystal Lee, I just see you throw that on the damn floor. Like I threw it I purposely broke it, And then one day I was a teenager. I broke a plate. And he said I threw it on the floor and I flipped on his ass. See, when you start getting older, you're not going to keep beating on me. No, it's going to end up a snapped episode now. So I told him, I was like, do you know how that sounds? Like, listen to what you're saying. He said, you threw it on the floor. I said, so I took this plate and you saw me do this and fucking throw it on the floor. Is that what you saw? You didn't see that shit. I said, but you want to say stuff like that. I dropped it. It was a mistake, Dad. I was like, listen to yourself. That doesn't even make any sense. I just sat here. This is what you do. Anytime I drop anything, I threw it on the fucking floor. Yes, I was cussing around this time. Because, you get to a point where you're so abused that you just lose all respect. He's not even a dad anymore. He's a hindrance, okay? So, I waited. Because I knew he would drop something. I wasn't afraid of it anymore. So, he's going to beat my ass again up. Last time he beat me was when I was 16, and I'm going to tell you, that was the last time. That was the last time. He dropped something, and I did it. I said, oh my God, Dad, I can't believe you just threw that on the fucking floor. And he just went. Sometimes people don't get it until you give it back to them. You know what I mean? Tit for tat. Like, don't match energy. Well, sometimes you need to. Because some people are so dense that they just don't get what they're putting you through. So you give it back to them, and then they're like, they're grasping your pearls. I'm a victim. Oh, shut the fuck up. No, you're not. You are a narcissist. And you are evil and toxic. And you need help and therapy. All right. You drop something. Like I said, you miss a project. Any little silly mistake. You forgot to check the oil. It's just like, you're like, oh my God, I'm such an idiot. Bad. No, you made a mistake. Because you're human. And that happens. Everyone makes mistakes. All right. Are you still punishing yourself for past mistakes? I did for 40 years. I punished myself for all of the things that I did. I looked back at my past the other day and I was like, yo, like the signs, I can see the signs now. Why did I continue to choose to stay on that path of destruction, no matter what it was? And I made a choice a long time ago, and it was one of the worst lessons that I ever had to face. And I just forgave myself for it, like for real, yesterday. Yeah, because I realized nothing is a mistake. Everything's a lesson, and everything has a purpose. And I designed this life this way. You know, I had to wake up at a certain time. I had to learn lessons. I had to do this, I had to do that. Time is an illusion, a human illusion. You know, Saturn's not, Kali Ma's not. I mean, I know that. But what I'm saying is we're always in a rush, and we always want to be perfect now, and everything has a reason. And when you let go of the control of it, and you go, okay, I get it now. Some people get it quicker. Well, their higher self set it up that way. You may have set it up so hard because you just like challenges. It's a game to you. You want to win at all costs. So, do you punish yourself for past relationships? I did. Oh my God. Background noise. You're going to hear New York. You know, how you showed up, how you tolerated certain things, how you refused to address a situation because of codependency, and how you didn't want to lose that person. Do you still beat yourself up? Do you talk bad about yourself? Like, tell me, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, why'd you put up with that shit? Da, 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 da. Because you're a loving person and you had codependent issues. Move on. You learned. That's how you do it. And instead of beating yourself up, like, okay, in that space, I was here. I've grown from then. I get it now. I'm going to be kinder to my past self. Because when I'm kinder to my past self and not calling my past self a dumbass, that's how your shadow just gets beat up. And then you want to blame your shadow for everything. You know, you're literally attacking your energy. You're putting a vibration on that energy. That's so bad. And I did that forever. It's so sad. It's so sad, isn't it? But this is what we're doing. This is what this is about, right? Do you still punish yourself for stuff you did in college? Forgive it. Free your past energy. High school, middle school, junior high, grade school. Are you still punishing yourself? Do you still blame yourself for why your parents did what they did? If I was just better, if I would have acted better, if I would have... All of us have our own path. Forgive yourself. Because if you stay in that vibration of, I'm not good enough, then you have no reason to show up for yourself now. Right? Do you still believe the things you say about yourself? I did. Oh gosh, I did. Like, someone calls me pretty, I say this: makeup does wonders, instead of saying thank you. Because deep down, they're telling me I'm pretty, but deep down, I don't feel that. Because I have they're pigment circles. Like, it's not lack of sleep. It's literally my skin. I have very, very dark circles. You know, I got it from my grandmother on my mom's side. Well, my dad had circles too, now I think about it. I got it on both sides. I'm not naturally pretty like most women. You know, they could take their makeup off, they take their lashes off, the lipstick, their eyebrow, they still are naturally beautiful. I don't have that. So when I don't have makeup on, no one's telling me, you're so pretty. See, and that's years and years. It's just when I put makeup on. So what if when I put makeup on and it makes me hot? Thank you. Thank you. I worked on this. Yes. And yeah, that's the self-talk I'm talking about, and I'm believing it, because for years, that's what I told myself, that I was not naturally pretty. Now, I can fix that program and start saying I am naturally beautiful. I'm naturally beautiful. Circles now is a thing. Like, people are doing it on purpose. Freckles all over my face. Been hiding them forever under like base and stuff. Like, I'm freckled up. They freaking put tattoos now, or they put makeup on. They're making, like, it's like the look that I have been so ashamed of. They're doing it. It's insane, you know? So it's not insane. See, look, it's neat. Reprogramming. Let's keep, I'm always doing it. Like, it's, the programming has been going on for a very, very long time. So it's not going to change overnight. And that's the thing when people are like, I've been doing this for months. It's not working. Well, deep down, somewhere in your subconscious mind, you don't believe it's going to work. Stop blaming outside circumstances for your inner turmoil. Got to go deep and fix that shit. It didn't take overnight to get you this way, so it's not going to take overnight to reprogram your mind. This is where it's going to get crazy, guys. We're going deeper into the shadow work. Would you speak to your loved ones the way you speak to yourself? I'll wait. Do you, or would you, speak to your loved ones? Now, narcissists and toxic people who need therapy, if you are speaking to your loved ones, the way do you speak to yourself? There's therapy out there. There are programs out there for that. That is not cool or cute. Okay? But most people pour love, positivity, affirmations into their loved ones. You're not looking at them going, wow, your face is a hot ass mess. You're not looking at them like to your loved ones, your most precious ones. You're not looking at them and you're like, oh, your stomach is really fucking fat in those pants. It's just not. You're not doing that, right? You're not putting them down the way you put yourself down. You are not speaking to them the way you speak to yourself. You know you're not. You're not. So starting right now, you're going to start pouring love, faith, patience, kindness, power into yourself. You're going to start speaking to yourself the way you speak to your loved ones. When you make a mistake, you drop something, you miss a deadline, you go, yeah, I'll do better next time. I just missed it. It happens because I'm human. And let it go. Don't harp on it. Speaking to myself. Because at work, I feel like work represents your character program. And I was reminded for 2 days through Mercury retrograde that, Crystal, let go of control. You can't beat every deadline. You're pushing yourself too hard. Let it go. Let it go. All right. No more self-negative talk. No more. It's not serving us at all. It's not. It's not motivating you to be a better person. You may think it is, but it's really not. It doesn't. All it is, it's a program. And it's making it a law into your life and into your existence. So you keep saying, I'm not smart enough for this job. I didn't finish college. I'm too old for this. I can't do it. It's too late. You are literally programming your life. And the universe is like, okay. Because you believe it so heartily. I mean, when I say, emotionally. And you know your emotions are your energy. So you're making it a thing. So start right now. All throughout the day, be present and listen to yourself. Listen to how you talk to yourself. Be present when you make a mistake or when you drop something or when you run into someone. See how quick you say, dumbass or stupid or any of those things. Just start being more aware. And, we'll touch back with this eventually to see how it's going on. But yeah, I am going to start that also. Me and my sister, we both realized that, no more negative talk. Rearrange that shit. If you are going to talk negative, you're going to do it in the shadow way to face it. Like, I don't feel I'm naturally pretty. Why is that? And that's how you start reprogramming. And then you realize, I am naturally beautiful. And the more you say it and the more you believe it and the more you work at it, you'll literally see your life start changing. This is such a beautiful life once we fix it to the way that it's supposed to be. Because you are source having a human experience. And we are magic and we are one. And thank you for watching. And I appreciate your patience with me. I love you. Bye.